Welcome back to the Hytale podcast, your number one source for Hytale news and Hytale podcasts. We got new news. Mine got canceled. Rolling intro. Well. Welcome back, everybody, to
Chris,
the Hytale podcast.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
If you like Hytale, you definitely need to continue watching the Hytale podcast. We're the only Hytale podcast in English, and we do this weekly. So if you want a little bit of extra Hytale, you want a little bit of extra discussions, theories, we're definitely the right place for you. Chris, we got canceled, both of us, because I'm actually airing this out live on national television.
Partially.
I need the public to know.
But before that, they got to use code Flash or Myne. They got to do that.
I know, but this is gonna influence whether they use code Flash or Myne.
Ooh.
You have not seen the creative gameplay video, the 27 minutes of creative gameplay. You have not seen it. So if that influences someone's decision on the code for being a Hytale fake Hytale fan, I don't know how we can have a podcast and you haven't seen the Hytale gameplay.
Well, we haven't discussed the Hytale gameplay on the podcast yet, so. Or have we?
I don't think it's discussion worthy.
Hey, see, there you go. You answered.
Okay.
You answered the question right there.
It's good to watch, bro. It's good to watch.
I've watched videos of other YouTubers breaking it down. That's good enough. I'm not gonna sit and watch 30 minutes of building because that is the most boring thing ever. That's almost as bad. Well, actually, no. If it was 30 minutes of modding and watching someone code, that would be worse.
Showing the tools. It's
I get it.
The tools
I get it. The tools are cool. I mean, yeah, we got that big Quebec video the other day. Basically the same thing. You know, it's got tools and stuff. So, yeah, whatever. It's a building video. If it was a 30-minute combat video, on the other hand, I'm all over it. So.
Now, look, to be fair, you said if it's a coding video, you would not watch it, and I'm with you.
I would not watch that either.
Like when that VFX video came out, the 8-minute one, I didn't watch it.
Oh my! I forgot about that one. I forgot.
I watched it on stream to see if there was anything people missed, and
no.
People cared more about the fact that they showed the curse breaker cape than the fact that there was a Torque roaming around, which is the first time we saw a Torque Wilder or whatever in his in the wild. So and I didn't see a single content creator, community member, anyone in Discord. I didn't see a single person talk about that when it came out. And when I mentioned it on stream, because we were like, okay, is there anything in the beginning I missed?
Yeah.
I was like, there's a Torque, and everyone in chat was like, how did I miss that? Because I guess everyone was focused on something else.
Well, you see, it's because nobody else watched the video. That's just how it is.
Exactly. No, actually, I think that might be the reason. Is just like everyone saw the 8-minute video came out. Maybe like 3 people who actually care about the VFX tools watched it, and the rest were like, "No, surely I read it. Surely I read it.
Surely. Someone else will
surely
make a
I
video
watched
on
it. Is what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
But other than
not my problem.
Yeah. So that was me getting in quote unquote canceled. You also got canceled yesterday on Twitter.
Dude, okay, this is like, to be fair though, mine getting canceled is like a weekly occurrence. It's like, when am I not getting canceled for being bald, for being gay, for being, fighting with Simon? There's so many times that I say things and people are like, you can't say that. And I'm like, oh, well.
Oh, well, I said it. Too bad.
We'll give some context. This is actually something I want you to take charge on. The zones that we have known for 7 years now are not the zones we know now today, at least in terms of the name, lore wise. So it used to be, I'm gonna leave you the names, or else I'm gonna mess them up. I think it's like Emerald Grove.
Emerald Grove used to be Zone 1.
No,
Zone 2 was the Howling Sands.
What is Zone 2?
It was Howling Sands. Zone 3 was Borea. That's a big one. And Zone 4 is and was and never was changed. It's the Devastated Lands. Yeah, so then they updated it yesterday, because Simon the other day was saying, he said zones are being like reviewed this week for several reasons and all that, which makes sense because they're kind of reviewing everything. But then out of the blue, he just drops 4 names. So the Emerald Grove, Zone 1 changed to the Emerald Wilds, which I don't really care. That's fine. Very similar. Zone 2 stayed as the Howling Sands.
That's not the one anyone had a problem with. I think Emerald Wilds, he said like Grove doesn't make sense or something, and I'm like, Sure. I mean, you know
Yeah,
more
who
about the game
cares?
than we do.
Whatever a grove
If
is
Grove
anyway,
makes
right?
more or Wilds makes more sense than Grove, and it's not a big change,
Yeah,
and
and
it's not
I think
we'll
Emerald
get to what the
Grove.
problem with the name is.
Yeah, and it seems like Emerald Grove is going to be like a region or a biome in the Emerald Wilds, which makes sense. I
Yeah,
think
it
that
could
makes
just
more
be
sense.
like the Grove is like a biome or something. So,
Yeah, like
yeah, sure.
do you remember the skeleton battle video? I believe that
Yeah.
what's it called? The achievement thing on the top right or whatever it's called literally said like Emerald Grove Ruin. So to me it seems more like a place than like an actual region.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
yeah. Zone 2 stayed as the Howling Sands, which makes sense. I think the way the wind element like relates to that name is perfect. So good with that. And then we'll talk about the Devastated Lands next because that also did not change.
Yeah.
Also perfect name for it. But
Also, I think
was...
also a good name.
Yeah, it's a great name.
This is the one where the entire community was like, "Whoa, this is
wait
different.
a minute.
This is
Hold
weird."
up. Something ain't right. So Zone 3, formerly known as Borea, which I thought I made a great post saying how like Borea relates to the god of the snow and wind or whatever, Boreas or Boreal, whatever the heck
The name
name
definitely made sense.
I thought it made perfect sense. But they changed Borea to Whisper Frost Frontiers, which is an absolute mouthful. And there was actually a funny video that Ray put out yesterday trying to pronounce all these names.
I was gonna mention it if you weren't.
Go check that out.
That name is a disaster for anyone whose English is not their first language.
Yes.
Pronouncing Whisper Frost Frontiers. It is such a mouthful.
Say that 10 times fast.
So difficult to pronounce.
Whisper,
no, I actually don't think I can.
No, literally. I asked Simon about if like the whisper part in it had some meaning, and he said like in the future. So cool. I thought maybe they added that because it was some sort of lore thing to it, but it seems like they just thought the name sounded cool.
And then they're gonna add lore around the name.
Yeah,
that they thought was cool.
Yeah, which is interesting.
So it actually started with Hawkon being like, just like I'm still calling this place Twitter, I'll always be calling Zone 3 Borea because it's like it's a name that was so ingrained into everyone's minds. Everyone called it either Zone 3 or Borea. And I'm gonna already make a caveat because this was probably where I got the biggest flack from. Where I was like, everyone already calls it Borea. And then there were so many people who were like, you are not everyone. Who is everyone? You're not talking for me. Clock it.
Oh, you got
and
the T,
so
dude.
like
that's crazy.
That was probably like my only mistake in my opinion. I think everything else I still stand by. But then I like jokingly said, I just said you caused a permanent rift in the community, just as a joke, because Simon said, but then if there's a biome named Borea, you're gonna confuse everyone. So Borea is probably going to be a biome name.
It makes sense.
And I was like, yeah, you just caused a permanent rift because from my POV, I saw the name change. And I think it's very important to understand where my POV came from, to understand why I replied the way I did. High Circle, which is basically a lot of Hytale creators and basically the core community, as well as my Discord, everyone was freaking out. They were like, what did Simon just do? How could he change Borea?
Yeah.
Whisper Frost Frontiers.
I'm never gonna remember that. Never gonna remember that.
Is such a bad name, and like regardless of what I'm gonna say in the future, Whisper Frost Frontiers is a bad name. Period. I stand by that. I don't care what anyone says.
I think it's a bad name too.
It doesn't matter. We're all gonna call it Zone 3 anyway. So like in the grand scheme of things, the name just doesn't matter.
No, you're right. It's
personally, and everyone that was like, you know, you were so uptight, whatever, you're so arrogant, was also like, I saw so many comments were like, okay, but like Whisper Frost Frontiers is a pretty bad name. So like, most people did agree on that part.
And I saw other like
the rest not
better
so
names. There was other better names in the comments that remember when
there were
Simon
a lot of better
he like
names in
said
the comments,
CC to me. So there was people like I was getting hundreds of freaking comments for some reason because Simon told them to comment to me. But I saw a lot of better names. I mean, even the name Canada, better Zone 3 name in my opinion than Whisper Frost Frontiers. I thought Simon was going to be all over that one, you know? He's also Canadian.
Dude, the funniest part... let me actually find this. So, I think I have the screenshot actually saved on my phone. Because we were joking. Obviously, Hytale does not use AI for anything.
No.
But we were joking that Whisper Frost Frontiers sounds like, hey, ChatGPT, Give me a 2-word like fantasy snow area name, and let me see if I have it on my phone or if I have to find it. Yeah.
Who did that? Did Lynn do it? Was it Lynn?
Lynn did that, and it just like generated 100 names. And number 25 that ChatGPT gave was Whispering Frostlands, which is like it's not the same thing, but it's like enough. There's a connection. And
it's close enough.
I'll be honest, I think Whispering Frostlands is a better name than Whisper Frost Frontiers.
Well, it rolls off the tongue better.
It's just, that's my biggest issue. It's just I'm never gonna be able to pronounce Whisper Frost Frontiers.
Even if it was like the Whisper or like the Frost Frontiers sounds fine. Like I like the alliteration in that, but Whisper Frost Frontiers is it's 4 letters longer than the Devastated Lands. Like we can't be having this. It's a long land. But they also did announce, this is kind of what Hytale was going to similarly before, how they had regions and then biomes in these regions, except before the zones were gone and they were just regions. It's kind of confusing, but now it's zones, regions, biomes. They kind of like 3 tiers in them. So zone 1, like I said, is the Emerald Wilds. It has 3 regions. One of them's called the Drifting Plains, which I guess is going to be all your plains biomes all in one.
Yeah,
and then there's
generic biome.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure we could probably guess what the other ones are going to be. I'm not going to lie. I'm sure one of them's probably going to be called the Emerald Grove.
Just a forest. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They're probably going to have some, like, fantasy name to them. There's probably going to be, like I said, the Drifting Plains, the, like, I don't know, the Smelly Swamp or something. And then they're going to have another one. So.
The Cascading Woods.
Yeah, exactly. Something along those lines. So, like, the only one we have right now for Zone 1 is the Drifting Plains. Then we got a really interesting one for Zone 2, the Howling Sands, that's got the Basalt Peninsula. Good luck pronouncing that one a million times as well, everybody. Oh, sorry, that's Devastated Lands. I'm a fraud.
No, that's Devastated Lands. He didn't show a Zone 2.
I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, sorry. We didn't get a Zone 2 one, which is a little bit interesting. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, so he showed a Zone 4 one, which is Basalt Peninsula, which is,
we have 2 of the Zone 3 ones.
Kind of a boring biome. I will not be living there.
Doesn't that sort of remind you of that, like, salt, what's it called, that salt biome?
Yeah, I know what you mean, the concept art.
Yeah.
In a way, and
similarly.
when I first saw it, I was like, is that it? But, like, Simon did confirm that is not in the game. But could be with Gen 2.
So let's...
Gen 2 World Gen.
While we're on the topic, we might as well talk about the Basalt Peninsula. Like you said, it looks pretty boring. It looks like a mesa biome, to be honest, just... maybe a little bit cooler.
It looks like, I don't know. There might be some cool mobs or ores there, but I don't think anything about this image screams that I want to live there. It looks like there's going to be a bunch of ponds, so it might be like a hot spring hub. And in that retrospect, it could be interesting to make like a. It could be like lava and heat at the bottom.
Yeah.
So that could be an interesting element. But it's not very inspiring for me. But I think the Boreal Reach, we don't see much about it, but there's like that name, Boreal Reach. We see a bear and just like a few blocks. It doesn't really tell us anything. And then Frozen Coasts, I think, is interesting.
Frozen Coasts looks cool. I like that one.
It does look cool, but it also kind of looks bad. I don't know. It's like I'm kind of 50-50 with this image. I don't know how to feel about it, but it's definitely a cool concept. And
I think it's the best one.
Remember?
Yes, it is World Gen 1. I think Frozen Coast is the best one that they've released, like looks-wise. Maybe Drifting Plains as well, but it's just kind of there, honestly.
If you go, do you have the image up on screen right now for the Drifting Plains?
I can put it up on screen. Let's see.
Put up because we see on the very left side that the floating carrot on a rope is still in the game.
Now we're talking.
That.
I still got.
Yeah. Why is that? And that's gonna be one of those small things that's like so unimportant to early access. There's no way they're gonna fix that for like release, and so you'll just see like floating carrots on a rope. In early access, and then maybe like 2 weeks down the line, it's like a single coat of line that they fix, and then the carrots aren't going to be floating. But I thought that was a fun.
But that's been there for years, though. That's literally been there for years. The floating carrot on a stick. It's so good. I love. That's just some sort of Minecraft type stuff, and I'm gonna throw the other ones on the screen right now for everybody as well, so they can take a look at them. It took me a while to get this stupid screen share going. But yeah, they're all right. I would like to see more images, I have to say, but. I guess it's like I said, Simon, I think he mentioned that once you actually enter a zone, or sorry, a region for the first time, this little thing will pop up on your screen.
That pops up, which is super cool. It's really, really pretty.
Yes.
And then he mentioned, so, what did you talk about? Regions are a bundle of biomes. We can treat them as tiers of difficulty in a way, even though right now the difficulty is somewhat not that steep between the tiers, which is a really cool concept in my opinion, and a cool way for additional content to get added, especially also for late game and scaling difficulty, where it's like, okay, you just add a new bundle of 3-4 biomes that are just really, really hard and end game. And that's such an easy way to increase the difficulty and also allow existing players to have that same excitement, and it's not just, you know, mobs that you one shot. So that's going to be very exciting, and I can also see that, you know, with World of Warcraft or MMO style updates, adding a new bundle or something like that, or even a bundle for you know, new people. So it's not like every single bundle is just a more difficult one, and then there's too many difficult ones. But it's also cool because you could adjust it throughout the game. So like maybe one biome becomes really hard after 6 months because they're like, we're gonna decide this is an endgame biome now.
Nice.
And now it's an endgame bundle rather.
Yeah, I think it's really cool as well. Like you said, that's a lot of future DLC that could be added to the game. I would assume most of it is going to be free DLC. If it's paid, I doubt that's going to happen anyway, because Simon said there's like no pay to win stuff or anything like that. So I wonder how they would approach that, considering, like, you know how Emerald Groves, or not Emerald Grove, but like Emerald Wilds is just straight zone 1 at this point, and it's kind of like your starter zone. So are they really going to make a big new honkin' region that's really hard? And then what happens if you accidentally spawn in there as a new player, or you start walking in there and you die? Like, you think that's...
It would be funny. Maybe. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the easy thing, is you just like put in your spawn parameters, don't spawn in this region.
Yes, I get that, but what's stopping somebody from maybe, for example, they're in the what's this biome called, the Drifting Plains, and all of a sudden beside the Drifting Plains is, like, I don't know, the Void...
That'd be really
spider,
funny, to be honest.
Void Spider Cave region or something. Like, that would suck. But I don't know. I'm sure they got a cool way to do it, and I'm sure whichever way they have it in World Gen V2 is just going to be crazy. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah. And so that's basically the context of it. And so the thing with Simon and I is my tweet of "you've just caused a permanent rift in the community" was like really sarcastic and in a joking way, but I guess like he didn't take it that way, and he was like, okay, what do you mean that just caused a permanent rift? Hello? And so he said, I knew the zone 3 change would cause some resistance. It's a bit of test for the community's tolerance of change. The game they imagine Hytale to be is probably different from what it is in reality, and some significant changes will be required to make it a good game after launch. We're not planning to please everyone because that would result in a generic, boring game. But I was honestly just like kind of confused of like, what is the need of the name change? Like how does this affect development? Because like the names were already there, and the community kind of like already understood, okay, this is Borea, this is the Emerald Grove or whatever. What is the benefit to changing that? And so I kind of wanted a little bit more context because it was a little out of the blue. And he said there were no names in game. It was literally named Zone 1 Tier 1 Biome. Worse, in the assets, it had a wrong old name, Grasslands, and in the blog posts they said Zone 1 or Grasslands or Emerald Grove. Grove didn't make sense because of some biomes. So that explains the Grove part, by the way, why they switched from Emerald Grove to Emerald Wilds. Apparently, it doesn't make sense for some of the biomes, which
makes sense.
I think makes sense because like Swamp is in Zone 1, and that's not a Grove like thing. Then there's, I guess the autumn trees could be, but there's a lot of biomes in Zone 1 that aren't a Grove, so that makes sense to change it from Wilds. But it didn't really answer for me the question, because like, sure, they're not in game, but like in the concept arts and in the blog posts, they gave those names, and that's what the community, like you, for example, which is super funny. I want to kind of go into that too. Like we kind of all agreed, okay, you know what, Zone 3 is Borea, and then you made your video about
literally
Zone 3,
yesterday morning.
Like, okay, Zone 3 is Borea. Yeah, so that's like a perfect example.
In the first like 20 seconds of my video, I'm like, we're entering Zone 3, also known as Borea. And then in the comments section, everybody's like, well, actually, it's called in the Whispering Fonts now. It's like, Okay, well, sorry for not knowing that Simon was going to change these things on us.
Sorry for not being a sightseer or whatever.
Yeah, either
You can
way,
see
like,
into
it
the
doesn't
future.
matter. It is what it is, right? So we can't change it now. And like you said, when we join the Whispering Frost Frontier for the first time, we're gonna be like, yo, we're in Zone 3. We're not gonna call it the Whispering Frost Frontiers. So, and we're
Yeah.
gonna be playing Hytale, so that'll
Yeah.
be way on the back burner. So,
And then this is the part where I think Simon kind of went out of line, and I think is kind of weird because
Mhm.
I said, but the community already agreed and liked the concept name specifically for Zone 3. Then what's the point in strong arming away from Borea? Because he still didn't give an explanation of like, okay, we had the name, but like, what is really the need to change from Borea to like Whisper Frost Frontier? Like, I have to remember the name, but it's also
Literally.
because it's new. I'm sure that name is gonna get ingrained soon. But like, it still didn't make sense to me because like, what is the benefit here? What is the change? Like,
I get it.
benefit us?
Yeah.
Or the development. And then he said, "What do you mean the community agreed? This is getting crazy. Do you want us to stay transparent or keep quiet with our changes?" Which I was like, whoa, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm just asking what the reason, the like internal reason was for changing it. I'm not asking him to stop talking about the game or be quiet. So that came out of left field, which I have absolutely no clue why he said that, because there was zero implication where I was like, Simon, I want you to stop talking. Actually, I don't want you to,
that's
to
what you
continue
said? Like,
sharing
the whole community
with
would
the
hate
game.
you.
Exactly.
The whole
Yeah.
community would be like, all right, nobody's ever watching the Hytale podcast again, basically. So.
No, exactly. And by like community agreed, and this is where like I think most people were like kind of angry at me, and I got most of my hate, which is like silly. Because when I said like the community already agreed and liked those concept names, they were in the concept arts, and everyone at least who was in the game and like not in the game, but like involved in the game's community, like in a deeper level, such as you making the Zone 3 video, was like,
Oh, no.
this is Borea.
Well, I agree
when
with it.
When we talk about Zone 3. Exactly.
But also, I accept
and
change,
so-
but not that type of change, because I don't like the name, but I mean, like I said, we can't do anything about it now. That's just what it's going to be, and I'm sure in 10 years we're going to be like, hey, remember when we hated the name change between Borea and the Whisper Frost Frontiers? So...
Dude, and this is the thing that annoys me, is like everyone is assuming that I'm like super mad that Borea got changed. I literally only ask the entire time of like, okay, but like why? Like, that's all I'm asking. Of like, sure, names change, but like, is there a reason? Like,
well, he mentioned because
and then
of
he
it has
finally
conflict with another biome or something, right? Wasn't that what he was saying?
exactly.
Yeah.
But like, it's not that important, or like you could change the
No.
biome name. Like, you don't have to name a biome Borea. And
You
then
don't, no.
I think why are you making blah 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 da, 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 da. I don't think he said it publicly here either, but I ended up talking with Simon before he made that last reply, and basically his answer was like Borea just didn't fit in relation to the other ones, because it's like it stuck out when you have the Emerald Groves, the Devastated Lands, the Howling Sands, Borea.
Yeah, I mean, that does make sense.
That's really like the only reason. Like Borea just kind of stuck out. And so I think if he just like started with that and he was like, yeah, no, Borea changed because it just didn't match the rest of the names, this all could have been avoided. I did not ask Simon, please stop being transparent or giving communication. But apparently, I guess me asking like, hey, can you just like explain why Zone 3 got changed? I got made out to be like the Antichrist of yesterday. So that was a fun thing that happened.
It happens.
And then I mean, you mentioned like a Reddit thread, like people made a gigantic Reddit thread, and there were so many comments pissed at me, and it was funny reading through making where people were making assumptions about like, why is he forcing, just like a bunch of Redditors basically is what it comes down to. But
I literally like remade a new Reddit yesterday because my old Reddit got hacked, and for some reason the account just stopped functioning like an actual account. I was like technically logged in, but I couldn't do anything. I couldn't log out. I couldn't hit the support button. It was really just like a limbo account for some reason. I don't know what happened. So I was finally able to somehow log out of it. And I created a new Reddit just to find that thread because I thought it was really funny. So I just
it was a funny thread to read
It was
through.
funny.
It was pretty entertaining.
So now I have another Reddit account. So
yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, I just get a new community meme from it. People are just gonna make Whisper Frost Frontiers jokes because apparently they think I hate change or something like that. I just hate the name.
Yeah, I mean, I made a
that's really
community
it.
meme.
I don't really care that Borea changed. I have no connection to Borea. I just wanted to know why it got changed.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny.
That's the drama explained.
Drama explained in 20. How long it's been? It's 25 minutes.
I'm a super evil person now.
Yeah, when we stream later today, you're just gonna get absolutely flamed by Reddit on your live chat. So
bro, Reddit does not know I stream. By the way, twitch.tv/not_mine.
And use code Flash and mine in the Hytale shop.
Exactly. We got our self promo done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was the drama, which I think could have been avoided. I mean, I at the end of the day, I think it's my fault for saying the community agreed. That was kind of a stupid statement because community is bigger than just the core community now, which I need to remember. But like,
yes,
literally 3 months ago, that would have been an accurate statement because there was no outside community.
Would have been like all like, I don't know.
And I think Simon's in the wrong. I think people are defending him a little too much. I think he should not have been as aggressive as he was. But that's what happens when Budakat, the community manager, logs off for Christmas, says, "Hey, keep Simon under control," and the day after this happens. So that's what happens when you don't have a community manager. So
I literally tweeted.
Shout out to Buddha.
I tweeted it's not even been 24 hours. That's all I tweeted.
No, exactly.
And Simon was just like,
it's so funny.
Me?
The second Buddha leaves, Simon goes nuclear on Twitter.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Do we have any crazy news? I mean, Tankmas happened. I don't think we talked about that. We raised over $17,000. We hit a brand new peak for Tankmas donations.
Yeah,
it's absolutely incredible.
What a year! What a Tankmas you guys put on. I remember I rewatched the whole thing. Great. What did you do? You did the round table. That was a good round table. I wish I was there. I was so jealous. It was
a lot of fun. I got to meet Chippy and Ant Venom. Both very chill guys.
That's so cool.
Especially Chippy. I was surprised. I didn't know anything about him because I don't watch Terraria. That guy's really chill.
He seems like a chill dude. Seems like a real chill dude. Yeah, like it was a great Tankmas. Everybody. I mean, watching Big Dude or listening to Big Dude sing, unreal. I mean, I think
I'll do a
Big
teaser right now
for
those people. For those people in the watching 30 minutes in, I got a teaser. I did a song for Tankmas. We're doing a song together, Big Dude and I. And our plan is to make the first ever Hytale in-game music video. We're gonna have the song prepared already before Hytale comes out. We have a director that's gonna day one focusing on the cinematic tools, we'll probably need some in-game actors. So if you want to be in the first ever Hytale music video, I don't know what his plan for the video is because we don't really have the song made yet, but there's a chance that you could be featured in the first ever Hytale music video. So song with Big Dude, that's going to be very exciting. We already have a bridge and a chorus. And let me tell you, it's an exciting song. It sounds really good. This man can sing.
Dude, it's crazy. I was, like I said, I watched his, I even pulled up the other one yesterday, the Curse Breaker one. So good. So good. I don't know how you can sing that good. Like, I'm terrible. And I'm sure you guys remember that. So, good job. But thanks, Big Dude. You're so cool. And he loves dungeons, too. Which is really nice. And even Hugo put out he put out a song yesterday with Slamma.
Hugo put out a song. I think Slamma and Oscar made a song together. And then Oscar and I made a song together where I sampled Canyon of the Many Suns, baby. It's in the outro.
I love Canyon of the Many Suns.
Song. That part goes so good, man. And that song is coming out on streaming, I think on Monday or Tuesday, whenever it gets approved on stores. So I'll do a big announcement in the Discord.
I'll make sure to.
And then you can play that on your favorite streaming software, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music, whatever. It's gonna be all available with the music video. I got amazing art made for it. 456C made the like cover of it for the video itself, where it's every single faction mob on a beach just celebrating the fact that Hytale's returned. And then I also got a separate artist to make the like cover art for streaming, so it's like a different art piece, and it's also going to be the thumbnail. And so the cool thing about that art is in the original like video art, there is a like hot air balloon with like a sign saying #saved,
yeah,
and 2 people in it. And then the streaming cover art is like from the perspective of the hot air balloon looking down at the beach.
So you're just straight
looking at
cooking
the party.
with this thing.
So it's like, looking at both perspectives. The video itself is on the beach, and then the streaming art is looking onto the beach, and it looks so cool. You can see the sand temple in the background, which I think you want to talk about because the sand temple has been mentioned. Talk about what the sand temple is. Maybe even give some context. What is the sand temple?
Well, the Sand Temple is a prefab in Zone 2. It's really cool. One of my favorites, I have to say. Like, it was on the Scarrick architecture concept art, and it's basically a temple. We don't know what's in this temple, but in the basement there's a sand empress that's imprisoned, which apparently is not in the game right now. That Simon confirmed yesterday, but he said he wants to add it to the game. So we're bringing the Sand Empress back. I'd assume it's going to be just some big castle in Zone 2 that you're going to, like, I don't know, walk into. There's probably going to be a few Scarricks or something in there. Maybe some good loot, some gems, rewards. We don't really know exactly. But the fact that it's in the game is really awesome because I really like the lore behind it all. And if there's the Sand Palace or the Sand Temple, I'm sure there's going to be, like, the prison ziggurat and also the regular ziggurat as well. So can't wait to see all those. Those are going to be freaking exciting. But what do you think about the Sand Temple?
I think it's gonna be one of the craziest, I keep on saying DLC, but like, you know, it's downloadable additional content.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be one of the craziest DLCs for a Hytale whenever the Sand Empress update comes. I mean, it's gonna be one of the biggest boss battles. I assume.
Yeah, if it's a boss, we don't even know what it is. Like,
if it's a boss, maybe it's like a giant lore event, and we get a cool cutscene of like, Varen enslaving the Sand Empress, or like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know any of the lore about the Sand Empress, but
nobody does
because it's going to be. I
know. It's been worded twice.
That's why it's so exciting, though. That's why it's so exciting is we literally know nothing about it.
It could be anything.
It could just be like its separate storyline because like the Scarricks and the Farons seem like completely separate from the rest of the like Varen Gaia lore. It seems like it's like a side quest almost.
They're just kind of there.
The B plot of the TV show.
But it's a good B plot though. It's not like it's a random.
It's a really good B plot. No, exactly.
Might be better than the main plot. Like, we might stick with that.
It's gonna be very exciting to see what the Scarrick temples are all about, and the ziggurats and all of that. Yes. What is the difference between the ziggurat and the temple?
Well, the ziggurats are, I guess they're like a dungeon that have a crystal in the middle of them. What this crystal does, we don't really know. I would assume it's some sort of like life beacon for the Scarricks or something, maybe. I don't know. But then there's the temple, which is like literally a castle. It's literally called the Sand Palace. I don't know why we're calling it a temple, but it's a Sand Palace. And this is where the Sand Empress, I would assume, lived at one point. Now it's in prison there. So there's not... Hard to say what the differences are. Like, they look different. Like, the Sand Palace literally has, like, a courtyard. I would assume there's probably going to be some traps and some mobs in this courtyard as well. That you'll probably fight. And I think with a regular ziggurat, you're just going to walk right in and just go to town and start fighting things. But, like I said, these things, this has been concept art since 2018. So, I'm sure a lot of it's changed as well by now, too.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing what the concept art versus what the in-game is going to be. And I guess it like kind of goes back to the biome names. I mean, the biomes were biome names or region names or whatever they're called, zone names are concepts, and things are going to be changed. So and he said he did tweet he's saving the controversial gameplay changes for release. So there's going to be a lot of different changes and different. I don't even know. Maybe it's a first-person shooter now, and it's not even a block game anymore.
Could you
It's just Call of Duty 7. It's just Call of Duty 8 or whatever.
with Hytale. I think
Black Ops 7 came out, so it's, you know what? Hytale is actually just Black Ops 8 now, and
at least it'll be good. So that's good. It'll be a good COD. COD hasn't been good.
Call of Duty, but good.
Yeah. So do we have any viewer questions?
I'm trying. So here's the thing. Last episode, we made the password for a shout out to make your comment look like a bot spam comment. The issue is, your guys' comments already look like bot spam comments, so I can't tell who used the password or not. So I'm gonna have to let me see if I can find
A lot
a
of them
specific
timestamped.
person.
If the ones who timestamped, I think those bots do that a lot.
Let's see. Yeah, okay, so RPG Penguins, you did heart, Hytale, heart, and then timestamp of 2 hours. The podcast is only 1 hour long. So that is definitely,
perfect. That's
you
perfect.
definitely used the password correctly. That is a bot comment. I mean, we see the bots use like heart emoji, a name, and the heart emoji, and then a timestamp to a random one. So you get the shout out, RPG Penguin, shout out to you. I think you were part of the community podcast, so double shout out there.
That's a goat right there.
We got some.
What should the password be for this week?
I feel like this time we skip a password, so we can't make it predictable.
I
can't make it predictable, right?
We'll just pick somebody.
We'll bring it back. Maybe we pick someone random if you comment for right now, and then maybe in 2-3 episodes, I won't tell you when, we'll have a password again. And you'll have to watch the episode to find out which one. So
we're tricky like that. And if you want to sponsor the podcast, go for it. I mean, maybe we'll give out a Hytale a couple times if we have a sponsor.
Exactly, but don't sponsor us being like, hey, I have I'm making a Hytale server network and I would like to sponsor you. I've gotten maybe 20 DMs already of like, we are an up and coming Hytale server network and we would like to work with you. I probably got one this morning. They literally come every single day. So yeah. You kind of jinxed it by saying like maybe sponsor the pod, because the pod business, is that even a public email, or is that just like a?
Do we have a business?
Do we have a? It's just a podcast email, right? But we don't link anywhere.
We should publish it so people can start reaching out. They want to give us money.
Yeah, we should probably put that in the default of our description.
We really should make. If you want to sponsor the podcast.
It really is just going to boil down to like, hey, we are an up and coming server network and would love for you to make a podcast on it.
Yes.
I guarantee that's going to be one of the sponsors.
Oh, guaranteed.
Sponsor requests, whatever.
And we'll give you blank commission on blank percentage with blank, basically. Usually how that goes.
Yeah. So we got Nudpa asking plans for XP or equivalent system. Would there even be a need for XP? Maybe skill points? Would it all be a mana system that you could enhance items with magic? No kidding. I was talking about this earlier with TT because I am grinding XP in my Minecraft SMP.
Oh yeah.
And it is the most annoying thing. I hate grinding EXP in Minecraft. It's the worst system. It is so boring. It is so repetitive. I hate it. I hope there's nothing similar in Hytale. I'm gonna raise my brightness so you continue talking.
Yeah, the EXP system in Minecraft is so boring, and you make these absolutely disgusting mob farms that you use to actually farm EXP. I guess you could go mining or whatever and go into the nether and get quartz and all that. That's a good way to do it. But like I was just saying, like EXP farms are the ugliest thing ever too in Minecraft, and they're not going to be in I mean, I'm sure someone's going to do something like that in Hytale and make a mob farm, but mobs don't drop EXP from what we know in Hytale, so there's literally no point to it. Maybe they'll add something in the future to it, or maybe the EXP is just like auto attached to like your weapon or your pickaxe or something whenever you do something. And then if you do enough, you get the skill point to get this specific special move. That could be cool, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, he did say that the progression is purely like tool based. So if you get the next crafting bench and you have the mithril axe now, that's what your progression is at. Yep. I think a cool way to do that is keeping that system, but doing that with like magical and enchanting things. So maybe you find chests with cool books that power up your weapons.
Or like
so
a
I think
rune or something.
there's definitely a way. Yeah, runes definitely.
Yes, I think that
runes
really
could
cool.
be the way to enchant it, or like you put like the elements. Actually, you know what? That's actually how I think it should work. You have like the water gem, and then you like infuse the water gem with your thing, and now you have the water element
right,
sword,
like
or
whatever that would
fire
do.
Element sword. Exactly.
Like we've seen the fire sword before, but that's literally a fire sword. It's not a sword that was given the fire rune. It just was just a default fire
I mean,
sword.
maybe it was
Hey, I could be wrong.
crafted with a sword and a fire element rune, and that's how you get the fire sword. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but we've also seen that there
My
are
guess is
weapon
no,
rarities.
because there's no progression yet, and that would be progression. But that
would
could
be
be
progression.
a cool way to add that in.
But what about the legendary demonic axe? You know, it says consume the soul of your slain enemies, increasing your damage for a limited time.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, how do you get that? Is that some sort of enchant?
was that a concept art, or was that like a in-game
Tooltips
showcase
concept?
thing?
It was a Tooltips concept art. The one with the Demon Soul Reaper.
Concept.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
might not be in game. It's a concept
Might not be in game.
of
but
what tooltips could be like.
That's a good point. That's a great point. But I do like the rarities of weapons. Well, like I said, Arc guy over here.
I do
Arc
like
has
that too. Yeah, I do like that because like you're gonna have the legendary weapon, and that's gonna be you're gonna have so much aura if you have the legendary weapon.
Yeah, exactly. Like the demonic axe
and
is
then
legendary.
and then you're gonna do a video of like which legendary weapon is the best in PvP, and then you're gonna do the damage numbers. You're gonna do the combos, and you're gonna be like, if you're fighting someone else, this is the best combo to do with each legendary weapons.
Oh, that's
PvP
a
guy.
great idea. That's a lot of video content right there. Look at you.
I'm telling you, even if you niche down in just PvP or combat, there are so many different things you could do. I mean, the best thing is you don't even have to do a lot of the hard work, because there's going to be the crazy math guys that post the super long Reddit thread of like, these are the exact damage numbers, and have a giant spreadsheet to compare it all. And you can just make a video on that spreadsheet.
Yeah,
someone else's work. Obviously crediting them.
I gotta credit them.
You're
Yeah,
a nice guy, but
I'm a nice guy like that.
I mean, you can just do that, and that's an easy way to compare them. And then you do in-game showcases.
There you go.
Easy content right there.
Mm-hmm.
We got General Poot, who runs the legit Hytale Leaks Twitter account.
Oh,
who
really?
Has been kind of on a propaganda spree against me.
This guy loves you.
Saying I'm bald or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I see hair.
We see the hair.
I see the hair. I see hair.
There we go. We see the hair.
Okay.
What's the first thing y'all are gonna do when you get the game? We've answered this like 5 times. We're not gonna answer it again.
I'm gonna play it.
If you are really live right now, say apple pie for no reason. Apple pie.
Apple pie.
What is what? I don't understand that.
It's a great question.
I'm reading the question. Okay, what's something you really want to see in Hytale?
Rideable raptors. Oh, we've seen that now, so I guess something else.
They're not technically in the game.
Well, technically no, but I'll make them.
We've seen this possible. We've seen this possible.
It is possible, so I have to change my opinion now. I want
Automation's the cheap cop out answer. So we're not allowed to say that.
A lot of boss fights and cool story aspects to the game.
Yeah, I think you can technically say anything because almost nothing's in the game.
Yeah.
So if you say, "Hey, I want boss fights," are not in the game. That's
I can literally say, "I want the void spider."
Want progression. Exactly. I want the void spider. I want the kraken. I want the ocean to be its own zone.
That'd be so sick. Or like a subzone, a region. I don't know. Like.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope the oceans is gonna be cooler than Minecraft oceans, because Minecraft.
Actually, you know what I really want to see right now? I want to see the world Gen V2 blog post. Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna break the internet when it comes out. I just can't wait to see.
It's coming out after Christmas.
I know. I'm so excited. I hope it's like the 27th or no, the 26th is what, Friday? So I hope it comes out on the 27th or the 28th, because I am home those days. So.
We got an art blog coming sometime this week.
Okay, I'll make sure to read that.
Not something to probably make content on, but to appreciate a beautiful art. Actually, I don't know. It's not a fan art showcase.
Oh.
It's an art blog. Wait. Okay, actually, hold on. Because I always assumed when they talked about like, hey, an art blog is coming.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a fan art blog post, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we can kind of skip that and like pretend it's not a real blog post.
Okay.
But it's Thomas Frick saying I have an art blog post in front of me.
Oh, so hold on, that could mean concept art.
We have a lot
of
concept art. We have a lot of like key art. We have a lot of actual Hytale art. This only just now like popped into my brain and made me realize like, wait, this blog post can actually be kind of hype. I thought it was just gonna be a fan art blog post.
This might be a great blog post. If we get like, I don't know, 10, 15 concept art images or maybe some wallpapers.
We have content for years if that happens.
I know. Oh, Tom.
Wait, I'm actually so excited for this blog now. You can't even. It's probably gonna come out Monday or Tuesday.
I guarantee you, it's gonna be a fan art blog.
They
100%.
love Tuesdays. If
it's gonna be a fan art. It's gonna be a fan
now
art.
I'm hyping myself up, dude. I'm hyping myself up.
Let's hype the community up so they all get let down when it's a fan art blog.
No, exactly. We should spread the propaganda that it's not a fan art blog post, so that we all collectively disappoint the community.
Yep. That's what we do here in the Hytale podcast. Disappoint the community.
Exactly. General Poot, your fourth question was, what needs to change with Hytale right now? The name Winterfrost Frontiers. Boom.
That's one of them, that's for sure. And yeah, well, we'll stay with that. Winterfrost Frontiers.
But like a serious answer, I don't know. We don't have the game.
We don't have the
can't
game
tell you
now.
What needs changes?
Well, like they could release it. That would be a good change.
They could.
They are releasing it.
They could release it.
Yeah.
A question about what would World Gen V2? We did an entire section on that last episode. Thoughts on an endless dungeon? Not sure how it would work, but I feel like it would be fun for endgame content in the future. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know how that would work.
That would be a great.
I guess
question
it's just
to
like
ask
you
Big
go
Dude.
through doors and you like naturally generate doors and you're like, okay, I made it to floor 61. I guess like that, right?
Well, that would be great for a not a Minecraft server, a Hytale server. If you like dungeon crawler
Yeah,
animes,
no, actually,
that would be awesome. Each level gets progressively harder.
I might have just thought about what I would like, because people always ask me like, are you gonna make a Hytale server? Or, like, what are your thoughts on it? And I'm like, yes, I will make a Hytale server for my community, like an SMP. But a dungeon crawler.
I've already thought about that with Big Dude. Honestly, I thought of doing a dungeon crawler server. But like literally, just think of like any dungeon crawler anime. How basically starts off, you join a guild, you get a rank from like I don't know F to S or whatever. And then you level up as you go through dungeons, basically. Most simple concept ever, but it works.
And it's like a roguelike. So every single time you die, you kind of reset, start from zero. A roguelike dungeon crawler. Put me in that group chat. We're making the server.
All right, I'll
That's
throw
actually so high.
I'll
Put
throw
me in
us
that
in
group
chat.
Hey, you know what? That's actually the first server idea that actually gets me excited, especially with how Hytale bosses are, because I can imagine a bunch of different rooms. You know, every single time, like every 3 rooms, you get like an option to pick from 3 different buffs. So maybe you get like 10% damage increase, or maybe you get like flame on your bow. And like every 3 or 4.
That's good. Because like
you get like a pick 3.
Rules.
Exactly.
Like there could be an
and then,
anti-magic floor too. That would be so freaking
There could
sick.
be an anti-magic floor. There could be a floor where it's just like survive for a minute and it just spawns a shit ton of mobs. And you just have to survive.
That's so
Either
good.
you kill them or run around.
That's so
and then like
good.
every 10 or 15 is like a mega boss where it's just like one boss or maybe it's 3 entities. I'm so excited now.
Would you do this in like solo, team of 2, team of 3, team of 4? Like what would you?
Solo, I think. It would be solo,
Yeah.
I think, to make it easiest.
I also think
then,
though
like,
it'd be
maybe,
really cool if
maybe
you
a
can
year
join a
down the
team.
line.
I think it'd be
A
cool
year
if you
down the
join a
line,
team.
do teams, but
Make
I
a
think
party.
for initial development, I think it makes sense to
It does initial
make it solo.
Oh, that is
Dude,
thrilling.
Okay. To every single Hytale podcast listener who has asked me 10 million times, I swear to God, I get this question every single day. Every single day, people ask me like, "Hey, are you gonna make a server in Hytale?" The answer now is yes. And if you are a developer, an artist, and anything that can help making a server, DM me. I'm making a team. I don't have money, by the way. This is a fan project.
Yep. There you go. I made a group chat.
I know a lot of people who reached out to me who were like, "Hey, I just want to support and like make things in Hytale." And so there's a lot of people who are willing to make a community fan project, and then hopefully we can monetize it and I'll make some money off of it. So if you're interested in this idea, DM me, DM Chris, DM Big Dude. We're gonna try to get this set up, and I think with us 3, we might actually have a chance to
I think we can do something
somewhere.
I mean, I have no coding skills. You have no coding skills to my knowledge. I don't know if Big Dude has any coding skills to his knowledge, but we'll find a way. We would
do a lot of the executive and boring stuff, but we would need coders. We would need a server, which I'm sure we can partner with someone. With that, but
we're talking about servers we're talking about sponsorships that have been reaching out. You would not be surprised how many server hosting things reach out.
Hey, let me tell you. Hey, I'll just air this out. And we've been reached out to, I don't know, from probably from every single server host that exists for sponsorships. Most of them, I'll just leak it. I didn't sign anything.
Same here. I haven't
Most of
signed
them are
anything.
like they don't actually like give us any money. It's just like if you sign up and pay them money, we get a cut, and some of the percentages are pretty high. I'll tell you that. So there's like a really big incentive for a lot of content creators to
Yes.
sell servers, but a lot of server hosts that have reached out, I've heard, are just really, really bad. Either customer support is entirely bad, the server quality is bad, they monopolize, yeah, I won't speak too much more on that, but
No, because
it's not something I'm personally interested in.
if you're a sponsor and you want to
but it
reach
could
out to
change.
us,
It could change.
honestly, as a creator, and I'm sure these sponsors know this, is why they offer you commission-based stuff. But we are 100 times more likely to accept if you just give us money up front for a video in a 1-minute ad read than here's a 5% commission, for example, on make a sale, basically, because you basically make nothing off that. So, but the server owners know that. They know that.
You know what would be funny is like if we just get like a random ass sponsor for like a mulch company, and we just like, you know, make a video, like make a 1-minute ad spot, or we just like put mulch in your garden or something like that, and we're like
Home
this is the
Depot,
best
sponsor
mulch
me.
you can
Yeah.
get. And it's just like so random for a Hytale podcast that we're like advertising mulch, and then hopefully you guys also need some mulch, and then use our promo code to buy mulch or whatever.
I swear, if we
That'd
get a
be
mulch
really fun
DM
concept.
tomorrow, I would use it.
If
though,
anyone
that's the
has
thing.
connections to a mulch company, reach out, bro.
Reach out. Hey, I'm
I'll
Italian,
do that
dude,
for
in the
free.
summer.
Dead ass. If it's in like a legit mulch company, I would do that for free now just for the joke. I think
Honestly,
it'd be funny.
that's so valid. Like, I'm Italian, so we
I think
grow
it'd be so
tomatoes
funny.
and everything in the backyard. So, like, give me some of that. Like, that'll be great.
Oh my god, man.
Oh, yeah.
Violinja asks, is it okay to use code Flash, or will you crucify me like a Quebec? It is perfectly okay
Queciza?
to use code Flash or
We
code
haven't
Myne.
mentioned Queciza.
We haven't mentioned the Queciza. We'll do that right after this question. Yeah, it's perfectly fine if you use either of it. You're supporting the Hytale podcast at the end of the day. Just don't use code Quebec. He doesn't need the money. Trust me, I know it. He does not need it. That's all I'll say.
Is it common knowledge that people know who Connor works for, or no? Is that like, is that common knowledge?
Yeah, no, he worked for Mr. Beast.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was
It's
common
public.
knowledge.
It's
or not.
public that
Okay.
he does YouTube consulting, and he's talked
Yes,
about
I know
it publicly. So
Yeah.
yeah, he worked for Mr. He's got Mr. Beast money. I'll just say that much.
Could you
That
imagine?
man does not.
Connor could just
Hey,
fund
and
Hytale
listen,
at this
I
point.
know how many people used code Quebec, at least for 24 hours. I don't even want to know what the number is at now. He deserves
made a
it.
lot.
Let me tell you,
fair.
he has some. If anyone deserves it, I think it's Connor. So
He's the
there's
best. I love
absolutely
Connor.
no hate there. Yeah. Dude, people get so surprised of like, because there's a joke between the Myne and Quebec corner, like the two discords of like they don't like each other, and I think like part of that is like legit, like they actually don't like each other.
Really?
I know Quebec corner Discord fucking hates me or my Discord.
Why?
And
I guess you
I think
take
my
people off of-
Discord, I think my Discord's like, yeah, no. I like the vibe here. I'm cool with the other people. It's like it's kind of like more one-sided. They just kind of hate us.
Oh, okay.
But like I make jokes, obviously making fun of Connor in the Discord because it's just kind of funny. And then there's some people that are like a little newer to the Discord that always ask like, I'm just like asking for context. Like, do we actually hate Quebec Corner here? And I'm like,
Oh my God, no,
we don't actually hate him.
For context.
We love Quebec Corner. We love Quebec Corner.
Connor's the best.
Well, Connor also got made into a pizza. I need you to talk about this, Chris.
Okay, so Simon one day was like, I have the most disturbing Hytale video ever, gonna release it at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So we're just like, what could this possibly be? The fact that like Bootycat and all the other devs were like, oh god no, this is horrible. And then 10 a.m. Eastern Time rolls out that next day, and we get half of the video. And it wasn't even the good half of the video. I haven't seen it. I wish I saw the first half of the video. But the second half of the video is a Quebec
someone made an AI edit of it.
It's
of
funny.
what the first half could have been, and it is it's pretty funny. Yeah.
It is pretty funny. But I would say it's a Quebec. getting rolled into a pizza, thrown in the oven with a little topping on top, which is hilarious, by the way.
The basil is the little leaf, and then I don't know where the tomato sauce comes from. I assume that's just tomatoes. I don't think we bleed.
There's tomatoes in Hytale.
I don't think trees bleed. I actually don't think the
maybe
tomato
syrup?
sauce,
Like
unless
syrup
I mean
or
there
something?
is the okay dark theory here, and this hasn't been brought up. The female Quebec is red, pink.
Oh God.
Just saying.
Well, I mean, it's possible. It's possible. I'm not gonna say that, but like, what could have possibly happened in the first half of this video? What do you think? We could theorize anything.
Well, Hugo, I think, figured out the answer because Simon said it's heavily edited, and the dough looks very similar to the Quebec seedling. So they probably edited the dough to be more dough-like and less Quebec seedling-like.
Oh man.
So that would be my answer.
Okay. That's dark. But Queciza is now it's a community meme, so.
Queciza is officially a community meme.
Queciza.
I know for a fact that in SMPs people are going to build a Queciza hut, and yeah.
That's a great YouTube
Quebecs.
channel name, by the way, Queciza Hut. There was actually a Minecraft
Queciza
YouTuber
Hut?
called Pizza Hut back in the day, but Queciza Hut now is going to be a great name.
Is the great return of the Pizza Hut, the Queciza Hut.
Yeah.
That's a free name right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God said, what type of tax will be on the game? Brother, I don't know what you
Tax?
mean. You mean like
wouldn't
sales
it be
tax?
different for every country, wouldn't it be? Or
Yeah, it's just whatever.
Yeah.
Like, where do you live, bro? Hold on.
in
let's see.
Canada, Ontario, 13%. There you go. I can tell you that right now.
They are in North America.
What's the US's
so
tax? Is it different per state, or how does that work?
Technically, I think it's per state. I know like Florida is 7%. I think it's all around 7%. It depends on what state you live in. So yeah, I would Google that, bro.
Yeah, for
know,
for Ontario, it's 13. So.
Yeah, I know Europe is really high, dude. I had to VPN to America because I think Germany and like France and the Netherlands, it's all like 18, 19, 20%
Whoa.
additional tax on top of that. And so
Crazy.
a $70 game turned into an $80 game. And I was like, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right.
Do you know how much
so,
Hytale? I bought 3 Cursebreaker copies, and they're expensive.
Why did you buy 3 Cursebreaker? I have my Cursebreaker, and I have a private alt with a very funny name that I can't say. That I'm gonna use for IRLs and just like privacy. And my 2 other accounts are name reserved on a different email, so I have to wait until they kind of run out, or see if they can get transferred to my normal, or I buy them on those different accounts.
Yeah, like I said,
so
I
only have 2
Cursebreaker
accounts,
copies.
one curse. Why though?
Because
Why do you need 3 Cursebreakers?
Why not? I wanted to support the game.
Supporting the game. There
And
you go.
I
mean,
used
that's
code
not a bad answer.
Myne for the CanadianFlash account. So.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that. I used code Myne on myself, which means it's an infinite money glitch. I basically got Hytale for free.
Oh well, I guess
If you think about it.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
About it.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, no.
If you use
there's no
code Myne.
repercussions there.
Like I said, like the money made back from the creator code thing would have paid off the Cursebreaker editions anyway. So technically, I got it for free as well, but I guess we made hundreds of Hytale videos. So is it really free? Like I don't know.
That's like girl math though. That's like girl math though. Like you go to a job and then you spend $100 and you're like, technically it was free because I just made $100.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how that works.
That's not how that works.
But
at all.
we appreciate girl math, so yeah, we'll accept that. I don't know what my hair is doing, by the way, with the like 2 spider fangs going down.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
what
cool.
what that is. It looks
I just got a fresh cut the
interesting.
last weekend, so I'm rocking short hair right now. So.
And like every single time I move it back, it's like the one spider fang. I guess it's 3 spider fangs now.
now
I
you
don't know
got
why
3,
it's
yeah.
doing that.
I see that.
I didn't blow dry my hair this morning. That's probably why.
That's okay.
So
Just wear a hat.
just,
you know.
Naturally trying to come down. I usually actually do when I have a bad hair day. And so like if you watch my videos or a stream, every single time I'm watching wearing a beanie or a hat, it just means I can't show my hair. So that's the secret on that. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna leak this because we got a live update. Big Dude already says he has one in the works, so we might be making a competition to Big Dude's. But I think his concept, you mentioned his concept is like a little different to mine because I want to make a roguelike server.
I'm good with that. I think that'd be really fun. I think we share the same vision.
A road log, a road like dungeon crawler. So
I think we share the same vision.
Do not DM Big Dude anymore. We need the resources. Don't give him the resources.
Yeah, give it to us.
We're actually at war now.
Yeah.
We'll do a competition. Which dungeon crawler server is better?
Oh, I'm a great ideas man. So I'm not an executor though. We need people who can execute on the vision. We
need everyone. We need all hands on deck. This is going to be a community project. I got one last question because I want to save a very interesting one for next podcast. TT made a theory about World Gen V2, but I want to save it for the next one. So little teaser, little cliffhanger for the next one. But one last question, which I don't think has been. We probably have talked about it, but we've never like explicitly answered it. Who records the podcast? Myne, Flash, or a secret third party the government doesn't want us to know? I don't think this really matters, but I've wondered who records the podcast, uploads, makes thumbnails, and comments and stuff. Is the work split between you? Do you alternate? Just wondering. I'm quite unfamiliar with how group projects work. So the way the Hytale podcast is set up, we'll explain this right now.
Yep.
We do not do any post-productions, which you probably have noticed by people complaining that, like, why is the audio sometimes weird?
Yep.
Or why can you hear Chris literally click his mouse whenever the intro rolls? Because we go into a call, he loads up OBS, he has a scene for the podcast, he clicks record, he stops recording, immediately uploads it. That's how the podcast goes to YouTube. Then I do the rest. I make every single thumbnail. I think you've made like 2 or 3 thumbnails.
I made like 2 or 3
in your life.
Yes.
But I've made the 80 plus thumbnails. I do the titles of it. This one, by the way, I'm thinking this one's gonna get a lot of clicks. So we might get some dislikes. But it's gonna be something about canceled. Like it happened again, and then like in the thumbnail, we got in like kind of smaller words canceled.
I was thinking you could do the, remember we did with the fawns? It's like, know what they took from you, but that for Zone 3.
Oh, that would be kind of funny too. We can A/B test that.
We should A/B
but
test
I think canceled. Yeah, those are both cool concepts.
Those canceled in the thumbnail.
Dude, I think it's funny.
It would be funny.
People are gonna get mad. Here's the thing: people are gonna get mad, but people get mad at me literally every single day. So like, it doesn't really matter. And people who watch the podcast, dude, low-key, they don't care about the title thumbnail. I titled something literally Hytale with the Hytale logo, PNG, like no Photoshop. It did exactly the same as like a regular title thumbnail. So
if you. And I think it's mainly me who replies to most of the comments, but mine also does a couple.
It's like almost every single one of them. Yeah. So Chris does all the social stuff. So he responds to every single comment. He likes all your comments.
Yeah.
If you see the Twitter account, which almost like never gets used, but sometimes
occasionally.
He has full control of the Twitter. And then
might have to use
usually if I comment, I'll do like a signature at the end, like from Myne, to like let people know, like, hey, like if it's from the podcast account, from Myne, because it's like 99.9% Chris, and so the one time it's not Chris, I let it be known. So if you get a comment from me, or from the Hytale podcast and it says from Myne, you know it's from me. Every single other one is from Chris. So that's how we split it to work, and it's worked for the entire time.
Yeah, it works, honestly.
Either of us have a problem with it.
Yeah, and the reason I upload it is because my upload speed is kind of crazy as well. It used to be.
I've never been blessed with good upload speed, so yeah, like, it makes.
If I do a speed test right now, live on the pod, let's see what the upload speed is. I'll give it a second or two to work, but like I said, my Wi-Fi was good, and then the motherboard was failing on my old computer. That's why I decided to build a new computer, and now it's good again. So, but I swear it differs every day. Some days it's like 30 upload speed. Other days it's like 150. I don't know what changes. Right now it's in the 90s for some reason, even though we don't even have 90. It just kind of like varies. I don't know why.
I guess while you're talking, by the way, literally the most recent message request on Discord I have is, "Hello, my name is Blank. I'm the founder of Server Blank, a game server hosting company that launched a few weeks ago." So like literally half of my message requests on Discord. You got the same. It's probably. Hold on. Yep. It's
Yeah,
the exact
I
same.
got that
They
this
just copy
morning.
they copy and paste it to. They find every single Hytale creator, copy paste the exact same message. I also got the same one about. I mean, we literally talked about it yesterday. Like yesterday, we both got an email in our business email.
Yeah.
About a very big server host. That
You got the
other
same one?
content creators in the space have already done public sponsors
Yes.
for, but I'm not a fan of their services, so that's something I will not be responding to. But yeah, it is quite literally every single week.
Every day it sends
Either
a
it's
new thing.
servers or a server hosting, server platforms. A lot of people are making Hytale websites, and that's like, we think you're the perfect match for our Hytale
Oh my God.
website.
Yeah.
And then the website is literally like a Squarespace template with just a Hytale picture in the background and the blogs. And it's like, bro, you can just go to the Hytale website for that. I don't know what the point of your website is.
Those are the best ones. Yeah, there's a lot of thinking to do, basically, with what sponsorships we want to go for. At least want to represent our brand. So, and even the Hytale podcast brand, like, we're gonna have to. I assume we're gonna get a sponsorship one day whenever someone reaches out to us, if we make a business email for it. So that'll be some thinking to do as well. But we'll see how that goes. It's gonna be interesting to see what actual like bigger sponsorships. Because I'd assume people like you said, Squarespace or Surfshark and those other ones, the common
Mulch.
YouTube sponsors, Mulch, yeah. I'm sure they're gonna somehow find their way into the Hytale community because they're everywhere. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
What's the upload speed?
Oh, upload speed was 90 today.
It's pretty damn good.
90
It's pretty damn
megabits per
good.
second or whatever. I don't know. Yesterday was like 150, so I don't know. Maybe someone's using it. Who knows?
What are we at time wise for the podcast? How long have we been?
1
recording?
hour and 5 minutes.
1 hour and 5 minutes. That's actually so perfect. Third podcast in a row that is over an hour, baby. It's Hytale season. I'm telling y'all, it's Hytale season. I gotta take a big shit, so I'm gonna sign off the podcast right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys in the next episode. And remember, if you haven't purchased Hytale yet, use code Flash and Myne.
Yep.
Subscribe to our channels. You know what? We have not begged for subscribers, low key.
Do
Starting
it.
next podcast, we gotta start the episode by begging for subscribers and see if we can
Yes.
grow that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bye.